It was a chilly October night in the small town of Haddonfield. The moon was shrouded by thick, ominous clouds that seemed to suffocate the sky, casting an eerie darkness over the entire neighborhood. The streets were empty, save for the occasional flickering streetlight that created unsettling shadows on the pavement. It was the perfect night for horror, the perfect night for Michael Myers. The Myers house stood as a decaying relic on the edge of town, a reminder of the unspeakable horrors that had occurred within its walls decades ago. No one dared to approach it, except for the most foolhardy of daredevils seeking to prove their bravery. But on this fateful night, curiosity overcame fear, and a group of teenagers, led by the fearless John, decided to explore the notorious house. With flashlights in hand and nervous laughter echoing through the desolate streets, they approached the Myers house. The air grew colder as they crossed the threshold, and a sense of foreboding settled over them. The floorboards creaked beneath their weight, as if protesting their intrusion into this domain of darkness. Cobwebs clung to every corner, and the walls seemed to whisper secrets of the past. As they delved deeper into the dilapidated home, the group realized they were not alone. Strange noises, faint at first, grew steadily louder, echoing through the hall. Each step they took felt heavier, as if an invisible force was pulling them down into the abyss. The flickering lights cast menacing shadows that danced on the wall, distorting the shapes of the furniture and making it seem like the house itself was alive. Suddenly, a door slammed shut behind them, cutting off their only means of escape. Panic set in, and they frantically searched for another way out. John, the leader, tried to keep a calm facade, but even he could not hide his growing unease. A cold gust of wind whispered through the halls, carrying with it the unmistakable stench of decay and death. Then, from the darkness, a figure emerged. It was a silhouette at first, but as it drew closer, they could make out the unmistakable mask of Michael Myers. His eyes were hidden, but his presence loomed over them like a malevolent specter. They froze in terror, unable to move as he advanced toward them, his footsteps slow and deliberate, each one accentuating the terror that gripped their hearts. John's voice quivered as he spoke, trying to reason with the masked figure. "Michael, please, we mean you no harm. We just wanted to see the house. We'll leave now, we promise." But his pleas fell on deaf ears, and Michael continued his relentless approach, his breath sounding like a death rattle in the silent house. The group scattered, trying to find any means of escape, but the house seemed to have transformed into a labyrinth, with corridors leading nowhere and rooms appearing and disappearing at will. Each member of the group was picked off one by one, their screams of terror echoing through the haunted halls, their blood staining the ancient floorboard. As John ran, the house seemed to shift around him, the walls closing in, the darkness consuming everything. He could feel Michael's presence right behind him, his ragged breathing sending chills down his spine. With no way out, John stumbled into the basement, hoping for a miracle. But what awaited him was a truth more terrifying than any nightmare. In the flickering light of a single, swinging bulb, John found himself face to face with the decomposing remains of Michael's victims, their hollow eyes staring back at him accusingly. And in the shadows, the unmistakable silhouette of Michael Myers loomed, his knife glinting in the dim light. John's screams joined the chorus of terror that had haunted the Myers house for decades, as the legacy of evil claimed yet another victim, sealing their fates in the darkness that engulfed Haddonfield. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed and would like more bone-chilling stories, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you soon.